Get out of this system as much as you can, because they're going to use the same system that they developed with your labor, with the labor that they stole from you. They're going to use that same system against you. There will come a time in our future where things are going to get so bad that a lot of people are going to want to break. But you know what's going to keep you from breaking? What will keep you from breaking is a full pantry. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of words on this article that I can't read, or else this video will be taken down, right? And I'll probably get a strike. So please bear with me. This is why, this is a prime example, ladies and gentlemen, why universal basic income is so dangerous to our liberties. A lawmaker in Illinois has introduced legislation requiring those people that don't want to take the vitamin to pay out of pocket for healthcare services. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now keep in mind, all right, that the people that are promoting this idea right here are the same people that say that healthcare is a human right, that food is a human right. It's only a human right if you toe the line, ladies and gentlemen. That is why universal basic income is such a bad idea. It will give those overlords that think that they own us, it will give them full control over our lives, of what we can and can't do. Because once the population gets used to that money and depends on that money coming in via your bank account or via a centrally banked digital currency, either or, once a population becomes dependent on that, or dependent on anything that government takes from someone else to give to you, once a population becomes dependent, then the government, then those lawmakers, they really will own us. It's all part of an effort to come up with new and creative ways to punish people who refuse to do what they want them to do. Period. It says here, Carroll's legislation would amend the state's insurance code so that a person who is eligible to receive the vitamin and chooses not to receive that vitamin will pay for their own healthcare expenses should they have to be hospitalized due to getting, sick. And now, after reading this, I'm led to think, all right, so what will it be next? What will it be next, ladies and gentlemen? If they refuse a person to have insurance because they get sick of whatever it is that they want to make you take a vitamin for. It can be anything else. Once this passes, this will be president. It can be anything else. What's next? Oh, you ate too many number ones at McDonald's last year? You're going to have to go ahead and pay for your own health care, because insurance is not going to cover it. Even though you pay into insurance every month, it's not going to cover it because you ate too many number ones at McDonald's. What's it going to be after that, ladies and gentlemen? It can be anything. Once they get their foot in the door, they are going to be in the door. And once these regulations, once these laws, whatever you want to call it, once these things pass, it opens the door for them to be able to do anything, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't even know if this article speaks about universal basic income, but it's what came to mind when I started reading it, when I saw what they're up to now. These people that say that everything is a human right, almost everything they talk about is a human right. You should have free education, that's a human right. Now it's a human right to have internet. That way, when they give it to you, they'll be able to take it away. Remember, I've often stated this. Whatever the government giveth, it can taketh away at any time. And listen to this. The same mandate pushers have also cleverly engineered their mandates to ensure that if you're fired because you refused the vitamin, you will not be eligible for unemployment. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, when you become dependent on government, the government will do whatever it wants, and you're not going to do anything about it. That is why I am such an advocate. That is why I'm always saying, stock up, prepare. If you want to maintain your sovereignty, prepare. Get out of debt. Get out of the system as much as you can. This really lights a fire under me, ladies and gentlemen, because someone cannot be free. How can you be free if you are yourself being told that you cannot participate in a system that you yourself paid for? If you don't want something in your body and then you get sick of that, oh, you can't go to the hospital. Why? Because that same system that is telling you now that you can't go to the hospital is the same system that has caused the cost of healthcare to skyrocket. How is it that 50, 60 years ago, a family of 4 or 5 with one bread maker was able to live the American dream? How is it? And today, you have to have 2 bread makers, the mom and the dad, both working, allowing the public school system to raise their children, and you still can barely get by. How is it, ladies and gentlemen? Is this something you did? Is this something I did? No. It's something that they've been doing ever since. Devaluing the dollars in your pockets by stealing the wealth right from under you. Now the system by which we live, that is so expensive to live in, now they can put a stranglehold on you. Why? Because it is so expensive to live, and all of these things that we now have to buy insurance for. Exactly, healthcare. Exactly. Now they can use that against us. So they've taken a system where they've stolen our wealth, and now they're using that system that they've used with our stolen wealth against us. Get out of the system as much as you can, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm not a financial advisor, okay, but if you can go out there and buy yourself 2 or 5 or 10 silver dimes every week, then go ahead. Only if you have a full pantry. If you don't have a full pantry, fill that pantry up with the things that you normally eat. If it's full and you have some wealth preservation, get out of debt. Get out of this system as much as you can, because they're going to use the same system that they developed with your labor, with the labor that they stole from you. They're going to use that same system against you. And I'll finish it off with this, ladies and gentlemen. If millions of Americans also depend on government welfare checks of various sorts, and listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not putting anyone who's on a social benefit or social entitlement program down. I myself would stand to lose. I am the beneficiary of a military pension. So if they come out with something saying, yeah, if you have a military pension, you have to go take this vitamin, I would be losing out as well. Okay, I depend on that money as well. So I'm not telling you this from outside. I'm not telling you this from outside looking in. I am part of this as well. If they come after me, if they come after military pensioners, I'm one of those. Would I comply? Absolutely not. How could I? How could I comply? I couldn't. If millions of Americans also depend on government welfare checks of various sorts, then the regulatory state won't even be necessary. The regime need only hold out the carrot of social benefits to get what it wants. In this regard, look at this. In this regard, potential universal basic income proposals could be especially helpful to the regime. Just like I told you. The reason I told you. Incredible that they even cover this. The UBI, ladies and gentlemen, would be that carrot stick. More than a carrot stick. I would say it's a baton to make people comply. All they have to do is get you used to getting that money every month. Just like I'm used to getting my pension every month. I'm used to getting my pension. It's in the bank. It's in my bank account the first of the month, every single month. That's why I say always have a backup to those things that you rely on. Have a little bit of cash in the bank to take care of 2 or 3 months worth of your expenses. And also have a little bit of cash stashed away where you can get to it quickly in order to take care of 2 or 3 months worth of expenses. That way, if they attack you, you can be covered digitally and you can be covered physically. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, stock it to the rafters. Things aren't going to get any cheaper. That's another tool that they're using against us. This free money could then be tied to compliance with any number of mandates dreamed up by the government agencies. When most of the population relies on the state for health care or a monthly check, the possibilities are virtually endless. Man, that's exactly what I was just talking about. They'll be able to do anything, ladies and gentlemen. Get prepared. Get prepared for what's to come, because they are not going to stop. I have to say that I am very proud of Austria. Not of the government, but of the people. I read somewhere that the Austrian government finally gave up on these mandates because the people were causing such a ruckus. And that makes me proud of Austria, of the people. I also have to say that I am very happy for the state of Colorado. I also read somewhere that the governor of Colorado said, that's it. This is over. All of these mandates and things are over. If businesses want to have it on their own, they can have it on their own, but we are not mandating anything. And he also went on to say, anyone who hasn't taken the vitamin, if you get sick, that's on you. Hallelujah. That's called freedom. That's called freedom. Freedom is a person being able to succeed or fail. Is a person being able to make a decision for him or herself and then live with the consequences. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is what it's all about. Don't fall for the trap. There will come a time in our future where things are going to get so bad that a lot of people are going to want to break. But you know what's going to keep you from breaking? What will keep you from breaking is a full pantry. What will keep you from breaking is you having enough supplies to get you by for several months to a year, if not more. What will keep you from breaking, ladies and gentlemen, and I know this is not possible for everyone everywhere, is to be out of debt and to get out of the system as much as you can. That's what will keep you from breaking, and that is what will retain for you your liberty. So don't break. Stock it to the rafters. Get out of the system. Preserve your wealth. Having said that, thank you very much for joining in. I know I went on a little bit of a rant, but ladies and gentlemen, in some states, it seems, it's getting very real. And I just hope to the good Lord that it doesn't come to the state of Alaska. I hope to the good Lord that it doesn't come to the United States, period. But it's here. Not everywhere, but it's in some places. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out. Don't give up. God bless you.